I want to keep you up to date on the current weather situation in our viewing area. All severe thunderstorm warnings have been canceled at the present time, but these storms are exhibiting some pretty interesting characteristics this afternoon. First of all, let's go to precision. And the mode of these storms has not been a wall of wind or any widespread damaging winds, but little belches, little bursts of microburst type winds that seemingly kind of come out of nowhere. So you may get a burst of this wind very quickly and then a warning comes out. It's very hard to issue warnings when you've got these little bursts of wind coming out of these storms. So that's something to keep in mind for the afternoon hours. And again, obviously the warnings have been allowed to cancel. I will let you know that there are some advisories in effect. This is a flood advisory for Benton County and Warren County. And basically all that means is we've got a lot of heavy rain in these areas. There's a lot of ponding on roads. The ditches are very high. And watch out for hydroplaning on roads and areas where you've got several inches of water on area roadways. Now I want to start in Fountain County because we did have a severe thunderstorm warning for Fountain County that expired at 3:30. No reports of damage in Fountain County. We're looking at this storm, that some of the wind data didn't detect a lot of wind in Fountain County, but as the storm moved through Warren County, it appears we did have a burst of some sort of microburst here southwest of Pine Village. Reports of trees and power lines down, actually several trees and power lines down near the Pine Village area, about 2 miles southwest of Pine Village, near Rainsville, right in this area here. Richard Beadle, really appreciate that report. Again, your reports are vital to us here at the TV station if you have any sort of damage out there. So we had a potential little microburst there, but also we've had reports of some wind damage up here in the Logansport area. Now, we did have a severe thunderstorm warning for Cass and Miami counties there for a while. Reports of some trees down, power lines down in Logansport. Also a home that's on fire from a lightning strike. And actually, one of our employees here has a tree on his house. We just got a report of it, and it took out some power lines as well. That storm has now moved out of Cass County, out of Miami County, and is now moving in out of our viewing area towards Wabash and Huntington County. It's calmed down in that area, just some showers around. But boy, some pretty vigorous storms now moving into Tipton and Clinton County. Again, no warning on these, but I will tell you at any point, these storms are putting out little belches of wind, so be prepared for a warning at any time. Also down here, some pretty heavy storms moving through Montgomery County and southern Fountain County, south of the Covington area. But we've got some new storms that are beginning to form in Benton, and also these may start to form up here in Newton and Jasper County as well. What we've got going on, these storms have formed along an outflow boundary from the storms we had in the plains last night. These are forming ahead of the cold front. So we've got two lines of storms that are actually forming in our viewing area right now. You can kind of see the outline of this cold front. Notice some of the cells up here in Michigan. That's the cold front, and the cold front is all the way down here into eastern Illinois. So we may actually have two little rounds of storms that may affect us during these afternoon and these evening hours. And of course, the severe thunderstorm watch is in effect until 10 p.m. Eastern Time. So again, let's go to Live Doppler 18 here real quickly. We're going to look at the velocity data before we go back to regular programming. I want to take as little time as possible so we can get back to Dr. Phil, but I want to keep you informed. Again, no warnings in effect, but these storms are seemingly just putting out bursts of damaging wind without a lot of notice. They're very much like a little microbursts in our area. We've already had some wind damage in Warren, also parts of Cass County this afternoon, some trees on houses in the Logansport area, and we'll take in a little bit tighter, and you can see Live Doppler 18 is detecting at least some wind in these storms, especially to the south of Lafayette here. Notice anywhere in the red that you see here from Frankfort down towards Crawfordsville, that is indicating some pretty strong winds blowing away from the radar site here. So these may be some winds in some pockets pushing 50 miles an hour. At any point, they could even get a little higher. Also a little pocket of pretty strong winds here just to the southwest of Petersburg. Green indicates wind blowing towards the radar. Red is away. So we may have a little pocket of pretty strong wind here in southern Fountain County as well. So keep it right here to News Channel 18 for the latest weather information, and we're going to track these storms through the afternoon. And again, the main threat with these storms this afternoon, little microburst type winds, and we'll keep you up to date if we get any additional new warnings.
This is a live Doppler 18 severe